You don't have a confidence problem. You have a self-trust deficit, and no one ever taught you how to fix it. Think about it. How many times did you say, "I'll start tomorrow," and didn't? How many times did you know exactly what to do, and still hesitated? That's not laziness. That's not weakness. That's a broken contract with yourself. And today, you're going to rebuild it like a modern warrior. In the next few minutes, you'll learn something school never taught you. How high-performing men don't rely on motivation. They build unshakable self-trust systems. You'll discover why confidence is a side effect, not a starting point. The ancient principle warriors used to eliminate hesitation, and a practical, repeatable method to become someone who actually follows through, not in theory. In real life, when it matters. By the end of this video, you won't just feel different. You'll know exactly how to act like a man who trusts himself. Stay with me, because the second principle is where most men fail and never recover. Chapter 1. The lie you were taught. The problem is, you were told, believe in yourself. But no one told you how to build that belief. So you tried affirmations, motivation, watching videos like this. And it worked, for a day, maybe two. Then reality hit. Self-trust is not built by thinking. It is built by evidence. Ancient warriors didn't believe they could fight. They trained until doubt had no ground left to stand on. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you deposit proof into your identity. Miss it, and you withdraw trust. This is the game no one explained. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Chapter 2. The broken inner contract. This is the problem. You set goals. I'll wake up early. I'll go to the gym. I'll focus. And then, you don't. Not because you can't. Because your brain has learned his words don't mean action. Every broken promise trains your identity to distrust you. Samurai had a code. Your word is your life. In modern terms, this means your word to yourself is your identity. Start smaller than your ego wants. Instead of, I'll train 1 hour daily. Say, I do 10 push-ups every morning, and never break it. You're not training your body. You're rebuilding credibility with yourself. Stay with this, because the next step is where this becomes powerful. Chapter 3. The 24-hour identity loop. Here's the problem. Most men think identity is something you discover. So they wait. Wait to feel ready. Wait to feel confident. Identity is built in 24-hour cycles, not years, not months, days. Ancient philosophy teaches you don't become the warrior. You act as him today. So ask yourself each morning, what would a man who trusts himself do today? Then execute just that. Not everything. Just today. This removes overwhelm and builds momentum. Chapter 4. The silent enemy. Self-betrayal. This is the next problem. You don't lose confidence in big moments. You lose it in small ones. Scrolling instead of acting. Delaying instead of deciding. Avoiding instead of confronting. Every moment of avoidance is a micro-betrayal. And your mind keeps score. Ancient warriors feared dishonor more than death. Modern men tolerate it daily. Catch one moment today where you'd normally avoid. And do the opposite. Send the message, make the call, start the task. That single act rebuilds more trust than 100 intentions. Chapter 5. The hidden addiction to comfort. Why you self-sabotage. Here's something no one tells you. You don't just break promises by accident. Part of you chooses it. Because every time you avoid action, you get something in return. Relief, comfort, escape. That quick scroll, that delay, that I'll do it later. It's not weakness. It's a trained reward loop. Your brain has learned discomfort is danger. Avoid it. But ancient warriors were trained differently. They didn't chase comfort. They trained their nervous system to stay calm inside discomfort. That's the real gap modern men have. Not discipline, discomfort tolerance. Next time you hesitate, pause and ask, am I avoiding the task or the feeling? That one question breaks the loop, because now you see it. And once you see it, you can choose differently. Stay with me, because now we fix the real problem: how to act when it actually feels hard. Chapter 6. The 90-second rule: mastering yourself under pressure. Here's the moment where everything is decided. Not in planning, not in motivation, but in the first 90 seconds of resistance. That's when you feel friction. You want to quit. You start negotiating. I'll do it later. Just this once. This is where most men lose. Not because they're weak, because no one taught them what's happening. Emotions come in waves, and most impulses peak and pass within 60 to 90 seconds. Ancient Stoic warriors understood this. They didn't react to emotion, they outlasted it. Next time resistance hits, don't think, don't negotiate, just stay in motion for 90 seconds. Start the task. Take one step, keep going. You're not trying to finish. You're trying to outlast the emotion. And once it passes, action becomes natural. This is how self-trust is protected in real life. Not when it's easy, but when everything in you says, stop. Chapter 7. The shift most men never reach. Right now, you might feel a shift, not motivation, something deeper. A quiet realization that your real enemy was never failure. It was the man you became every time you broke your own word. That's why confidence comes and goes, but self-trust changes everything. And now we're going one level deeper, because failure is not what breaks most men. Uncontrolled interpretation does. Chapter 8. Redefining failure like a warrior. Understand the problem. You think failure destroys confidence. So you avoid risk, you play safe, and slowly you shrink. Warriors did not fear failure. They feared becoming the kind of man who could no longer be trusted after failure. Failure itself was information, but self-betrayal was the wound. If you say, I will try my best, you've already lost. If you say, I will execute this specific action, you cannot fail. You either do it, or you learn why you didn't. Both build awareness, and awareness builds control. Chapter 9. The Daily Self-Trust Protocol. Practical System. Now let's make this real. Here's a simple system school never taught you. Define one non-negotiable action per day. Make it so small it's impossible to fail. Execute it no matter what, track it visibly: calendar, app, notebook. Consistency creates identity, not intensity. After 7 days, you'll feel different. After 30 days, you'll think differently. After 90 days, you'll be someone else. Not because you changed your mind, because you changed your evidence. You started this video thinking you needed more confidence. Now, you know the truth. You need self-trust. Not motivation, not hype, not perfection, just proof. Small promises, kept daily. That's how a modern warrior is built. So here's your next step. Tonight, define one action for tomorrow. Make it simple. Make it real. And keep it. Because the man you're trying to become is waiting on the other side of that promise. If this shifted something in you, stay on this path. There's more to master, and you're just getting started.